All right, shout out Netflix, okay? So, let me just shout out Netflix, okay?
Okay.
So, dating this man, we're dating, right? It's the point where it's exclusive, but we're not like officially boyfriend and girlfriend, but we're dating, right? To the point where we're spending every night together. If he's not at my place,
Right.
I'm at his. And to the point where because we are spending so much time together, I can pick up on patterns. I know when you're being distant. I know when like if you're not coming home, like and I am the type of person, just like Yuli, if I don't say it, you are gonna feel it. My face will say it way before my mouth does. And so, but I'm also not the type to stay quiet. So I'd be like questioning things. Why are you getting home late? What's up with this? I'd catch him in little white lies. And it got to a point where I was like, you know what? We're not at the point where I wanna be. So just come get your things at my place and leave. Let's cut it where it is, right? It was already becoming a toxic cycle, like back and forth. And he would always give me the runaround, right? I was always crazy when I was asking him, you're
course.
crazy, you're delusional, you're psychotic, like you're making up things, like this is why we can't be together. And I'm like, cool, so let's not be together, you know? Right. I tell oh my God, I just love this story. So I tell him to come pick up his things, he does. And the first thing this man does when I kick him out of my house is to remove my profile off of his Netflix.
What?
Which is weird because that's like something I would forget, right? Like I'm not, that's not the first thing that I'm doing when you break up with somebody.
Right.
But I'm like, shit, I still have the
At least
password.
not as soon as you break up.
Right,
Yeah.
like literally, it was like within an hour, like within hours, because I had gone on Netflix that night and I was like, my profile's not there, but shit, I got the password, so I'm gonna just use your profile. Cool, didn't think anything of it. That was a Monday night in April of 2023.
2020 was just
Okay.
a bad
The
year.
date.
And by Wednesday, not even 48 hours later, my son in bed, doing my nighttime routine, I log into the Netflix, and when you log into Netflix on your TV, the first thing that pops up is the profile screen. And so he only had two profiles at the time. It was his son's, and what used to be mine was empty. But then now it was his son's, and a third profile. Yet it was not mine. It was a different female's profile. And so I'm like, boom, there it is. Like all of my questionings, all of my doubts, my gut that was
Your
telling me,
intuition,
my
yeah.
intuition was right. And so I saw that and I did the only logical thing,
Which is?
crash out. I fucking crashed out.
Okay, so what'd you do?
Okay, so I'm like, you know what? I immediately blocked him, right? Because at that point, the fastest way for me to get you off of you, for you to get me off of you, is like for you to cheat on me or like to betray me.
Absolutely.
Once you move away that I wouldn't move, I'm off of you.
Right.
Right? So I block him immediately, but I'm like, you know what? I'm like, you're not about to play in my face.
Of course, you can't
So
get off that easy.
so I went and had some fun on Netflix, and so Netflix has this feature where you can like change the profile. So all three profiles, I changed them, the icons to little clowns, and I put the names instead of the names, like he had like his name and his son's name and the girl's name. I put he's cheating, run, like in big cap. He reached out to me through WhatsApp. I did not know at the time you needed to block somebody on WhatsApp
Yeah, you
as
do.
well.
Yes, you
well,
do.
news
I've
to
learned that
me.
the hard way also.
Learned it the hard way. And of course, what does he do on WhatsApp? You're crazy, you're psychotic, this is why we can't be together, this is why this has happened, because you're too much. And I'm like,
course it's your
cool,
fault.
block. Right? I'm like, block. That's it, it's dead. Well, it wasn't, because he also emailed me. So he wasn't getting the reaction that he wanted because I was blocking him. I'm like,
Right.
I said my piece. He then, of course, changed his Netflix password, so I didn't have access to it anymore.
Right.
But then now he feels like he needs a one-up on me. So what does he do? He sends me an email, and the subject line is that emoji, the shh, like, trying to be sneaky. And in the body of the email was a picture. But it wasn't only a picture.
Was he blackmailing you?
No, not blackmailing me, but
Okay.
what he was trying to do was he took a screenshot of his camera roll. But what happens when you take a screenshot of your camera roll, it says the date and time, and it also says the location of where you took the picture on iPhones.
Right.
But it also gives you a snippet of all of
At the very
at the
bottom.
very bottom. So what he was trying to do was one of the weekends that he had disappeared, that I was like, where were you, blah, blah. And he was like, I'm working on this and that. He was not working. He was in Orlando. So that's what he was showing me. He was like, I got a
my-
one-up on you. Like, haha, I was in Orlando.
He was
Not-
telling you about the one time he cheated on your ass.
Well, apparently it's not one time. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay. But then I see at the bottom and it's just a bunch of pictures of him and a female. Like intimate pictures. Like they're in a mirror, they're like in a selfie. So I zoom in and I'm like, you want attention, I'm gonna fucking give it to you. I'm gonna fucking give you the attention that you want. I went on his fucking Instagram. I looked up the girl's name that was on the Netflix profile. I found her. I went into my FBI mode. I'm like, let me line up this March 7th. It was St. Patrick's weekend that he had sent me the picture of. So I'm like, let me line it up. I find the girl. Her highlight matches up, and I message her. I'm like, hey, I was that girl that nobody wants to be. Hey, girl, I know you don't know me, but
Coming to you as a woman.
yep. And boom, shot in the fucking dark, and it was fucking bullseye. It was her. And the poor girl had no idea. She was completely devastated.
We never have any idea.
Long story short, she was pregnant.
It only gets worse.
But did he send you the picture to like be like, oh, look who I'm with, or was it like he was trying to make things better, like he was trying to like cover his ass, and then his stupid ass forgot that?
No, he was rubbing it in. He was like,
Yeah.
like, haha, this is actually what I was doing. Like, you see, like, yeah, I was cheating on you. So I'm like, fuck you.
What a
I'm gonna
man.
fucking throw you under the bus then. And I'm such a girl's girl, you know. So I was like, if I don't know if she knows about me or not, I'm gonna assume she doesn't. So I'm gonna reach out to her and be like, hey, this is kind of what it's been. And so I reached out to her, and she was completely devastated. She's like, we've been trying to have a baby. I actually think I'm pregnant now. And I'm like, girl, you could have him. Like, I don't want anything to do with him. I blocked him immediately. He's blowing me up. He's like, stop what you're doing. Like, stop. Like, don't ruin this for me. And I'm like, fuck you. Like, I don't owe you shit, you know? And so, but yeah, she actually ended up being pregnant, and they have a baby together. And so,
I
you
have
know,
a very similar lore.
it just got, when I didn't
Very
think.
movie-like.
Yes, when I didn't think I could get
This
worse.
was like a good production.
yeah,
right there.
I couldn't get, when I thought I couldn't get worse, it just
just
was
gets
like,
worse.
here
It
you
always
go, here you
does.
go, here you go. And I was like, well, like,
Okay,
where
well,
does
let me
this
tell you
end?
what happened to me. So, my relationship lore, you know, she knows. She's like my diary. She's one of my closest friends. I don't know what kind of karma I'm serving in life.
Was your dad a ladies' man?
I was about to say, your dad.
Because I keep
First and
seeing
foremost, my
that.
dad left my mom when she was pregnant. So let's
Well,
start
there you go. There you
Maybe
go.
I have my dad's luck. So, but anyways, so let's just go with the last one because we don't even have to go far. The very last one, and I think you guys met him actually. Yeah, I brought him here to the last event to the studio. So, anyways, this guy. We're about
1
to be
hour
done.
and 15.
We're about to be done. So we go on a date. I met him actually yesterday. I realized it was exactly a year since we went on our first date.
my God.
Freaking iPhones. They
Oh my
always
God, I
freaking-
hate that
Oh my God. You know, I'm like, it
don't
shows you the
wanna
little
fucking see these
picture
things.
from July. When was it? July 11th, 2024. And then I remember the exact outfit that I wore. And then, like, I had gone to work dressed up. And I was like, okay, you know, I had my hair in a bun so I could let it loose afterwards. Like, the whole day just replayed exactly yesterday. So, anyways, that was the day that I met him for the very first time. You know, it was right out of work. It was a happy hour. It was all good. You know, he was a little weird, maybe because he's from Memphis. You know, he's not from Miami. So I never dated anyone from Memphis before. He was being very Memphis-like, whatever that means. Still very handsome man, professional, very articulate, like everything I liked. He's 10 years older than me.
Okay.
I mean, in my head, I'm like, please be more mature. You know, anyways. I already know that older doesn't mean more mature, but you still keep the hope, right? And then, you know, it was only like a 2-hour date because it was like happy hour. So we had work the next day, and then we wrapped it up. We even had like a little goodbye kiss. It was great, you know? We were supposed to go on a second date. By the time the second date came around, he went ghost the entire day, you know, but I still checked in. In my head, this is still very informal, you know, it's just
Right.
like a date or whatever. I'm checking in. I didn't hear from you, so I went on to make other plans. By the time I hear from him, you know, he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I was playing golf. Again, this is the kind of man I'm referring to. Like,
Right.
he plays golf. You know, if a man plays golf, he's got to have some sort of lifestyle that makes
Right.
sense.
For sure.
Right? So, you know, I was playing golf, blah, blah, blah. He could have just been with somebody else. But he said he was playing golf. And then I was like, well, I'm going here with my girlfriend. Feel free to meet me. And or I can meet you afterwards. He never answered. So that was like the end of that. So a couple months passed by. And of course, he asked me on Facebook because men, you know, the minute that you
Ruin
disappear
your
from their
life.
you know, they go and find you on social media.
And then make
So
your
there's
story.
a long time where he's just like, you know, reacting to my stories and stuff and like leaving comments without even as much as touching the fact that we kind of dissipated into
ghosted.
thin air.
He's breadcrumbing
You
you.
know, did I give a fuck? No. He even told me that. Like by the time that we reconnected again, he was like, "Well, you didn't care." I'm like, "Yeah, I did not care. Why would I care?" It was the beginning. If you had anything to sort out at the beginning, I'm gonna give you the space to do that.
Right.
We're strangers. Like I'm not about to go down your throat and try to figure out what it is you're doing with your time. And we're adults. So I had shit to do. You have shit to do. So let's fast forward to last February, right around Valentine's Day. This was the night that we had the Galentine's, and then I met with Michelle at that R&B thing or whatever. Anyways, Michelle's another one of my girlfriends, just for FYI. So I'm out there, and then who do I see?
Him.
I was like, look, over there, it's him. You know, I'm
Of
not going to say
course.
names. And then he's with a lady. You know, and I'm a Virgo. You know, we're really good with like trying to like decipher things by the details that we tell ourselves we see.
Oh, yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm depicting a little bit of jealousy. There's a little bit of jealousy here. You know, she was a good-looking woman, older, till she was older, very much a good-looking woman, and they're very close. You know, he's behind her, and then I'm seeing him in a different light because I've only seen him in like work clothes. So, anyways, they're dancing, blah blah blah. So then, you know, I tell my friend, should I go over there and say hi to him? And thank God she stopped me because that would have been embarrassing. She was like, "Girl, no." So, you know, my little flirty ass. What I'm reading also is that it's got to be a casual thing. I'm not reading that these people are in love. I'm not reading that there's something going on, but I still shouldn't have done that, but I did it. And it probably came back to bite me in the ass. So I wrote him on Facebook, and I was like, oh, I see you, boy. You know, like really playfully, like, oh, I see you on a date. Our second date we should have been on, but okay.
The
day you owe me.
Right, that you owed me. But anyways, I wrote that. And then I want to say maybe an hour later, me and him crossed paths by the bar. So now we're facing each other, and I had no other option but to be like awkwardly like,
hello.
Hey. At that point, I'm like, okay, we've seen each other. We locked eyes. There's no need for there to be a Facebook message. I'm going to unsend this. So something told me, like, retreat. But, you know, Facebook still says, like, you sent or you unsent something. So, of course, the next morning, 7:30 on the dot, this man is like, what do you unsend? And then I'm giving him the rundown of what happened and what I was thinking and blah, blah, blah. And then I made the mistake of being like, I felt a little jealous, you know, so I just went ahead and did that. And pa que fue eso? Immediate, like, you look so good. I sobered up as soon as I saw you, this and that. And I'm like, okay, he's coming in strong. Let me bring up the fact that he was with another woman. I'm like, but hey, the other woman, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about that. I want to say maybe a month later, finally, we're still talking.
Right.
But a month later, he's like, let's go out. I'm thinking, okay, you really were just casually dating her. But I still bring her up. I'm like, you're inviting me on a date. Do I have to, you know, are you seeing anyone else? And is this ethical? It's okay to date multiple people at once, but is this an ethical thing? You don't have to worry about nothing. So we go on that date, and the date is like 8 hours long, right? It's an amazing date. We're in Wynwood, literally hopping. He has money. We're hopping everywhere. 200, everywhere, you know? And it's like, we got there at like 3, didn't leave Wynwood till like 2 o'clock in the morning. You know, we had a great, you know, good night kiss, blah, blah, blah. I went home. The dates kept coming. And now I'm dating this man on the regular. And he's infatuated. I'm infatuated, too. He's a Libra. Libra men are very easy to get infatuated with because they're just so charming. So I'm like, oh, my God, he's so great. Now I'm telling people that I'm seeing someone because I'm so excited. We get to the point of this man inviting me back home. I end up meeting his parents. We come back. Another date. Let's just say in the trip back home, he asked me to be his girlfriend. Now we're official. One day we're at a cigar lounge. Again, very bougie things. Like, pick it up. Golf. 8 hours in Wynwood. Cigar lounge. I'm living the life, okay?
Love that for you.
So we're at the cigar lounge, and a woman storms in. Mind you, the way that we're sitting,
Oh, fuck.
like, think like the main entrance is right there.
Oh, fuck.
And that's him, and this is me. And a woman storms in with her phone in her hand. Apparently, she was on live.
On live?
I don't know. On live or on FaceTime with somebody.
No.
She was like, I knew it. You're here with another bitch. And I'm just like, this, qué pena.
Trágame tierra, por favor.
Bro, and then the servers, they were Cuban, they were like, bro, los hombres no sirven. And I'm like, I know. So anyways, the whole thing, they dragged her out. That man didn't move. He stayed there. He acted like he didn't know her.
What the
That's
fuck?
embarrassing.
That would have crashed out
After
here.
she leaves and they drag her out, I discreetly say, who is that? He goes,
You're lying.
That's actually the girl that you saw me with at the R&B freaking event that I was like,
So it
we don't
wasn't-
got to worry about nothing.
It wasn't casual.
It gets worse. It gets
It
worse.
always
It gets
does.
worse.
I'm telling you.
So then, you know, I wait till we're out of the cigar lounge to crash out. I was like, on him. And then he's like, you're drunk right now? Let's talk about this when you're sober. And in my head, I'm like, I'm going to give you drunk. So he gets in his car. He has a sports car. And I try to follow him. That was a fail. He has a sports car. He smoked me. But anyways, I knew his address. I had been at his house. I had spent weekends at his house.
These men.
Between this whole thing. She also traveled. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. So I follow him. 2 cars parked in the driveway. So he comes out, and I'm like, whose car is this? He's like, he doesn't know what to do with himself. another woman, the same woman from the cigar lounge from the R&B event, comes out.
Of the house.
Yes.
That's their house.
I live here. This is my house. This is my man.
Oh.
I am a cougar. So
Claro.
now I'm crying in the arms of this old woman. And I'm
Oh,
just
she's
like,
comforting you?
girl, she's holding me now.
The other woman is holding you.
Yes.
That's
yes,
a cinematic
yes.
moment right there.
I am
the
so in pain.
I'm
That
not
is
gonna
a
lie,
lifetime
that
movie.
should, that should stroke his
And
ego.
she's
You know he
holding
loved
me.
that shit.
No, I stroke his ego 2 other times. Because I showed up twice after that. Anyways, long story short, this man was not only lying to me several times, mind you, even back from the airport, from the trip where he asked me to be his girlfriend, the trip that he introduced me to his parents, I'm like, now we're official. You sure I don't have anything to worry about? You're not dating anyone? Of course not, honey. Why would I do that to you? I know what you're about. But you are a liar. This man was the biggest liar I ever known. And I was so in shock and in so much trauma. One, traumatized that I had even fallen in love with someone. That's one. Second of all, I'm like, this was so fast that I even try to like work it out. It gets worse. Because he's like, well, you know, she was already in the process of moving out. We were breaking up, blah, 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 and this and that. So a woman that's breaking up and moving out is showing up at the cigar lounge?
Right.
You know, and of course I know all the logical reasons why he's full of shit, but at the same time, I do realize that there are issues between them just from me having met up with her 3 times.
Right.
So
Not once.
right,
Not
not
twice.
once, but 3 times. So I'm like, okay, she is moving, they are breaking up, but at the same time, there is something there that's binding them together, or at least this crazy woman is binding to him some way, somehow. I stuck it out for about a month. In that month, I told myself, I have 2 options. Either I'm going to continue to go crazy asking questions, or I'm going to show him exactly what it is that he's missing by the time that I dump his ass. So I started to treat him like I have never treated anyone in my life. In my life, I was cooking for him every meal. I mean, I was doing
He
all
was
the
loving
things
it. He was reaping
from
all
the head,
benefits.
you know, from the head to
Ay, Dios.
the toe. I mean, everything. Because that's the messed up thing. He was in love with me. He did fall in love with me. He saw a piece of ass that he liked. He was like, okay, you know, young, beautiful, blah, 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 this and that. I fell in love with you, but now I'm in this situation, and I don't know how to get out of it. All I've done is lie, and now I'm caught up.
Right.
But yeah, that to say, you will literally look a man dead in his eye and be like, remember that woman I saw you with?
No.
That time that I bumped into you?
That I told you was nothing.
That's nobody, right? Yeah, that's nobody. Oh, okay, okay, now she's like storming in on us. Yeah, oh, that's the same woman. Oh, she lives with you.
Right.
Yeah, so anyways, that's like my last lure. Eventually, I ended up just blocking him.
Facts.
He got me to unblock him once, if I'm being completely honest. And then I was like, yeah, no, I'm better than this. So I blocked him
Block him
again.
again.
And then he's been blocked ever since. So
Love that for you. Growth.
But I was, listen, the dips and the highs in emotion, that is why I don't do the get too in, because I will pull up to your house. Because you said I was your girlfriend. You told me you loved me.
It's like
and
the
you buy me
emotional
things.
imbalances. Like, I don't want to have to feel
I am
like...
entitled to go to your house. I've already been in your house. I've slept in your house. That is
That
my
is
house
crazy.
now.
Okay.
That's my house now.
Have you guys seen those videos on TikTok where girls will be at a guy's house and they'll look under the sink?
Yes,
or the
and they
drawers?
see all the feminine
I'm done.
products.
I've done that before.
fact.
Oh, he hid everything. She told me. She was like, oh, you know, all of my stuff, which was like maybe 2 things, because she was like back and forth from Memphis, and like she didn't have nothing there. His house, 3-bedroom,
Facts.
2-floor house, was a very manly home. He had a freaking pool table and golf clubs all in the living room. So like, girl, you were like barely
That's
a
what he's
roommate.
he's
But
a
okay.
professional at this, you know?
But he was like, when I tell you he was hiding everything, I mean, he also has shit ton of rooms in his house, so it's like I wasn't gonna go through each and every one of them.
Yeah.
But there was no trace of a woman in that house. No freaking trace.
But yeah, I do that. Like, I'm at a
Anyways,
guy's
let's wrap
house.
this up,
As
guys.
you should.
Let's
First
wrap
thing.
this up. I do want to end on a good note because we've been real messy and real toxic. Is there something good that you've learned from your relationships? Anything good? Let's just end on.
What I don't want to settle for, right?
That's
Oh,
it.
that's a good one.
You know?
That I won't settle.
Yeah.
Because I always know there's something better out there. And the
Right.
love that I want, I know I will find. So if you try to give me the bare minimum, baby, yes, I'll put up with it for a little bit because I want to see, like, if you can, you know, be better. But I always know there's always someone better than you. And it's
Yeah.
not physical. It's not financial. It's emotional. There's always going to be a man that's just more emotionally aware. When a man really loves you,
He'll do anything for
he'll
you.
change for you.
Yeah, I felt
So I
that
feel
the
like-
last time. Be careful.
I'm here trying to give a positive message.
I know, right?
You said positive.
I know, I did say positive. Let me stop.
I
Okay,
just
yeah,
I
no,
know
it's true,
there's
it's true,
good
it's
things
true.
out there in the world.
It's true, there are
You know,
good
I don't
things.
need to settle
How
for
about
bullshit.
you?
What is something
I'm still
positive?
a hopeless romantic, so I still believe, even if it's not this relationship, I know that
Aw.
I will have my happily ever after.
Yes.
That's
You
so
will.
cute.
Period.
I love you guys.
Period.
Okay, so I had to write mine because there was nothing that's gonna come out naturally. So
Where she didn't go?
I'm just. Well, she's kind of started
Yeah, I
it.
did. I
Yeah,
said,
what you
you know,
won't settle
what I
for.
what
Okay,
I don't
okay.
want. They've
Oh, okay.
showed me that. So with the good comes, with the bad comes the good. The yin
With
and yang of life.
experience.
So
Okay.
experience and what I definitely don't want.
All right, so I'm gonna read. Okay, I put learn acceptance and understand people are who they are, and we make a choice to be with them or without them.
Correct.
Never a wrong time to lean on self-love,
True.
even while you're still navigating difficult relationships. You could be in the midst of the shit, but you don't gotta smell like it.
Right.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Period.
That skill itself gives you a certain advantage in life. It makes you a realist. It gives you grit, and it also shows you grace. A lot of the not so pretty aspects we work with or through in our relationships. If you are able to work through that and integrate, not only can it better your relationships, but it also gives you a lot of power. So to end, I want to say that from my relationships, I have gathered that I can still love. My heart still works. I have non-negotiables.
Me too.
Like, I have been able to draw a line through the things that I absolutely will not accept. And I also can be soft, which is something that doesn't necessarily come natural to me. Not natural because of my nature, but also just because of the way that I have gone
Right.
through life. But I can definitely be soft and vulnerable and romantic and all of the girly things. I've also learned that I'm worthy of the person that I want. I truly do believe that what I require and that what I need and my standards and the things that are not accept are available to me and that I deserve it. I don't need to negotiate.
Clock it.
And if it was never possible, meaning that never happened for me, I've been able to also work with being totally okay with that. Like at this time in my life, if I never had a romantic partner, I have built enough pieces within myself, whether it is professionally, family, friendship, creativity. I am so full of life as a woman that I really don't need someone by the long haul
Right.
dragging me. I don't need that.
Right.
I can have a lover here and there.
Period.
you know, I could do that. But do I want a life partner? Absolutely. But I have poured into me and kind of really allowed life to, fregarme como un plato, and then like exprimirme, and then get up to the point where I just like, if it doesn't happen, I have a full life.
Exactly. If it doesn't happen, you're good. But
I
if it
have a
happens, it's
full-
good too.
Yeah, I would much rather have.
Mejor sola que mal
Okay, mal
acompañada.
acompañada. No, absolutely. But what are the odds that we really are going to get the happy ever after? Sometimes we're just happy.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just ever after. So like,
I saw this TikTok. Happiness isn't like, it shouldn't be like a goal or like a long, happiness is every instance in your life that has like.
Yeah,
taken
you
good,
create it.
know?
You create that shit.
Like happiness isn't like I want to be happy by 50 because I'm gonna have whatever.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
every moment that you've ever lived in. It's so true.
Well, I want to thank you, ladies, for your time.
Thank
you
you
were
for
so
having
great.
Thank you.
You guys have so much substance and so many amazing things to give. You could have your own show, each and every one of you. I can't believe it.
You need to start making TikToks because that
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, no. If I all I need to do is start telling stories on TikTok, I would go viral immediately. That's like one of the best case scenarios.
Because you're a
believe it
good
or not.
storyteller and like you make people like.
Yeah.
Have I told you who I dated before that?
Hombre solo.
He broke into my house through the balcony. I was in the freaking living room. I had already broken up with him.
Listen,
and
I-
I hear a freaking tumbling in my room.
What was his zodiac sign?
Okay, so Cancer Sun. Yeah. Yeah.
Telling you cancer
Sun,
man, bro. I told you cancer
Pisces
man.
Moon.
Oh.
I think Pisces Moon is worse. Pisces Moon, and then some other crazy shit like Gemini Rising.
What
or
was his
something.
ethnicity?
Huh?
What
Girl,
was it?
Dominican.
I've never taken a
You
Dominican,
should have led with
baby.
that. Like, that's all you're gonna start with.
No, this motherfucker broke into my house. And that's when I bought a gun for the first time, so I am a gun owner.
Facts.
I got that Glock on
Every
me.
female should be a gun owner.
No, but at that point, I was like, I need to be protected because these men are fucking crazy. He was like, no, you're not breaking up with me today.
Oh, not
You
today.
could have just knocked.
I will tomorrow then.
Why didn't you just knock? Why did you break into my house? So mind you, first floor, and then I have like, like it has that net thing because it's like a first floor and then it's like
Yeah.
facing the tree, so there's a
Yeah.
bunch of bugs. So it's got that net crap. This motherfucker like ripped that shit.
Tell me you at least replaced it after.
No.
Oh my fuck.
No, I called the cops.
As you should have.
What the hell? You know, so he freaking ripped it, jumped in, and then he knew that I always kept the sliding glass door to my room because the balcony leads into my room
Unlocked.
open.
Oh my god.
So he was like, okay, all I gotta do is just rip the net and jump in, and then voila, I'm here, bitch. Thank God I moved from there.
I heard something similar with a friend of mine, but
All right, so we're done. This is Why Can't Podcast. I know that we've put a lot on you guys, but what you need to do now on your end is make us go viral. Share, comment, like, tell a friend to tell a friend. Again, today has been Amanda, right?
Yes.
Amanda from
Hi, Alia.
Hialeah. Charisse from
Bronx, New York, living in Homestead.
period. Puerto Rican too. You know you want to say it. Okay.
I know I'm really well
And
La motherfucking Yuli, let's go.
period.
That's all you need to know.
From Miami.
Let's just say Miami and from
Okay.
everywhere.
My
I'm
name's
very
Rashara,
mysterious.
Also from Miami. From Miami, 305. Bye guys. See you next time.